Have you ever thought, I'm done with adulting, I'm running away? Yeah, I'm Judy. I did, and so I did. It turns out many adults do have the thought of running away, do think about just giving up adulting for a couple of days and going away. But no, people don't do it because it's not realistic. It's not practical. We have responsibilities, we have obligations, we have adultness. That the same adultness that makes us want to run away is the same reason that we most people are not able to run away when they would like to or when they think about it. So yeah, that's what was going on. I was adulting. I was tired of adulting, and I said I'm gonna run away. But of course, we think of running away as something that, your 8-year-old packs his favorite teddy bear in a suitcase and says, "Hey, mom, I'm running away. You guys will never see me again." That's not how adult running away work, nor is it the teenage runaway of, however teenagers run away. I decided I needed a break from adulting, so I was gonna take off for a little bit. But because I didn't have a plan, I didn't know when I was coming back. I was just running away. I I felt it wasn't realistic to rent a car. These are all the decisions, all the things you have to think of when you're running away as an adult. So I decided instead to take my own car. I called my mechanic and I asked them, "Hey, can you guys check my car and just make sure everything is good?" Because I was thinking of taking it on a road trip. And of course he says, "Sorry, sweetie, we're closed on Saturdays again." Those are the things that you encounter when running away as an adult. You can't just pick up and go and run away the day you decide to run away. You have to get things in order. So one of the things I had to do was postpone running away until the mechanic was open on Monday. So when they opened on Monday, I went in, I took my car in, that's of course after I worked during the day on Monday and did what I had to do. And in the afternoon, I took my car in and I sat there and waited for them to go through and check it thoroughly. And then they gave me a list of things that, hey, you should take care of these things if you want to take this car on a road trip. And on Tuesday morning, what I ended up doing was 8 o'clock. I went there. I gave them the keys to the car. And fortunately, I have a friend who lives up the street from where the mechanic is. And my friend was able to pick me up and I went to their house. Fortunately, my friend was working from home. So that worked out that I was able to stay there and work from the house there while I waited for my car, which I didn't get until about 6 o'clock was when I finally, just before 6, when I finally got the call that, "Okay, your car's ready, come on and get it." So I did that. But because I got the car at 6 o'clock, for whatever reason, I decided I didn't want to just get on the road when I got the car at 6 o'clock because I didn't have a plan and I did have work stuff that needed to be done the following day. So I stayed Tuesday night. Yeah, I know running away was not as spontaneous as I expected it to be, because when you decide I'm gonna run away, it's like I'm packing my bags and I'm going. But this running away was taking a little bit of time. So on Wednesday, I did get up. I did the work stuff that I needed to do in the morning. And when I was done about a little early afternoon, I finished and I said, "You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to go." Of course, I start going, realize I forgot my clothes. I forgot some clothes that I needed. Yes, you got to pack clothes. As an adult, you have to pack more than a teddy bear. So I went back to get the clothes, and as I'm going to get the clothes, I started feeling a little tired, and I'm thinking, why is running away so hard? But while I did go back to get the clothes, and I kind of got a second wind while I was there. So I said, okay, since I got my second wind, I'm gonna go, and once I start feeling tired, I would just stop where I am. And so that's what I did. Yeah. Did I tell people that I wasn't running away? Sort of. I did tell my family that I was going to go out of town. I said I was going, and my mom was one of the people. She asked, "Oh, where are you going?" I said, "North." Um, she's like, says, "North where?" I'm like, just north. What's north? I don't know. I'm just going north. And you know how when you're talking to someone and you could see them like, what is, like, you could see the thoughts going as you are answering their questions. That was that was that. I know she was confused. I know she had no idea, but like she went with it. But I didn't really say much. I just decided I was gonna go north, and so that's what I did. I drove about 2.5 hours when I started feeling a little bit tired and decided, okay, it's time for me to get off the road. And I ended up in Titusville. Titusville is about 2.5 hours north of Palm Beach County, which is where my home area is about an hour north of Miami. So I was in Titusville. What's in Titusville is there's Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge is there, and there's the Canaveral National Seashore, which has Boardwalk 13. I'll show you a sign from Boardwalk 13. And then there is what else is there? Kennedy Space Center is near there, so that's what they have to offer. I stayed there. I guess as a Marriott Rewards member, my natural inclination was to stay at a Marriott, so that's what I did. And there were some hiccups with getting into my room, but I left the card with the room number on it, but so I ended up having to call downstairs and have them tell me what room I'm staying in. But the lady was gracious. She was able to help me get into my room. And once I found my room, this is me getting into my home, or my temporary home, for a couple of hours. It wasn't much for something that wasn't really planned. I didn't really, but it was, you're usually in good hands when you go with Marriott. So that's why I made sure I went with a Marriott property, and this one actually just recently opened. So I went in. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was nice enough to be a place to hang out for a few hours as I, begin my first day of running away. So I thought it was cool. And of course, as a germaphobe, one of the first things you have to do is start cleaning everything I'm going to be touching. I was a germaphobe long before COVID, but now I think COVID intensified it, but also made it, gave me easier access, because before I didn't travel with, what do you call it? I didn't travel with wipes, but now I do actually right now. Yeah, I have wipes. I pretty much, yeah, I pretty much always have wipes. Wherever I go, I have wipes in my car. I have wipes everywhere. So yeah, that's one thing that changed in COVID. It's not so much it made me more of a germaphobe. It gave me access to the resources to help me deal with my germophobia. And of course, when I say clean everything, I mean even the bathroom, because I clean everything I'm gonna be touching. And yeah, so that was the first night. And of course, from there, when I woke up the next morning, I decided to start exploring. And one of the first places I went for my exploring was the Canaveral National Seashore, which is inside of Merritt Island. And yeah, that was Canaveral National Seashore.
And as we're driving into Canaveral National Seashore, look what we see. I was surprised. I've lived in Florida for about 20 years. I've never been to one, so guess where we're going? I don't know why anyone would think that I, of all the mature people they know, would not be going to look for Boardwalk 13. So this is the entry to Boardwalk 13.
So there's not an actual sign that says Boardwalk 13. It's just, this is the only thing you get once you're in parking lot 13. You know that you are here in Boardwalk 13. When you walk up, there's no sign, there's no nothing. It's just, this is it. You are here, and if you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, you certainly will find out once you hit the boardwalk.
It's early enough, but this is just about the only part of Boardwalk 13 that I can show you, because if I turn either side, I can't post whatever I'm gonna be recording. So because of that, welcome to Boardwalk 13, the straight view.
While I was there, I did end up meeting some pretty cool people. I met a couple guys that were working on a tower that just a little bit off the beach, and I met a fisherman who he built stuff. I think I took a picture of one of the thing, his little contraption that a whole setup that he has that with a dolly that he puts all his fishing stuff in that rolls on the beach. It was pretty cool, and we got to talk to him for a little bit, and he was telling us how when he first started coming to the beach, he was a little self-conscious about being nude, and that when people would start coming, he would put on clothes, and then eventually he got comfortable enough that he was able to just be out there and fish, and the way he came into the world. There were a couple other people I saw. I found this place not too long ago, but when we were there were people I saw people walking. I saw two guys that were walking. I don't know if they were a couple or if they were just friends. I saw a male female couple that were just going for a walk. I saw people walking by themselves, people hanging out, people just sitting there. It was just pretty much people hanging out, minding their own business, and just I don't know what I expected, but it was just a beach. Just that where people were having clothing or having swimsuits on was optional, which it's not really all that different from the regular beaches, because the way they make, especially I guess at least women's swimsuits now, the women are practically nude because they don't really cover the back. There's no back covering. There's hardly any covering. So this beach was not all that much different from regular beaches. It was just a regular thing. After I left, I did talk to when I was leaving, I saw this gentleman that was coming, a black man, of course. And I guess he saw my camera, even though the camera was down when I was leaving. But I guess as I was walking to my car, he saw my camera, and I saw him, and I just said, "Good morning." And he says, "You're gonna miss all the good shots." He says, I'm just getting here. You're gonna miss all the good shots if you leave now. So, and I told him, well, I'm sorry. I did tell him, I said, I respect everybody's privacy. I didn't take any pictures of people. And he's like, well, you missed all the good shots. He invited me to hang out. He told me that he had an extra blanket, but of course I had to pass because I wanted to kind of go explore the refuge a little bit more and check out some stuff. And I did, which I did. I got to go out and walk around. There's a boardwalk by the visitor center. I went there, took a couple pictures. There wasn't much happening because the best, one of the most active trails, which is Black Trail, Black Rock, Black something, is actually closed right now for maintenance. So I didn't really get to see all the stuff that I could have seen, but I did see some pretty cool stuff, and it was nice to be there. It was nice. It was a nice place to hang out for a little bit, and after that, I got to go to a manatee lookout point. Of course, the manatees weren't there. I was there about 30 minutes and got nothing, and right before I left, I did get to see a few things, and I went across the way to another more like a boat launch, and there I was able to get some nice pictures or a couple nice pictures, not as much as I would have liked, but I did that. So, and then it was, of course, time. As the grown-up runaway, you still have to work. So after I did all that, I hung out for a little bit. I did have to go back to the hotel and do some work. I'd asked earlier, which is another thing, which is why sometimes having nice people at your hotel is really cool. I had appointments, and that ran up until about 3 o'clock. And I was able to get an extension, which, thank you so much. I didn't catch the gentleman's name, but thank you so much for giving me that late stay until 3, which allowed me to do my appointments, see my client, and then head out to the next spots. I guess for day 2 of running away. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have to share on the first day of running away. It was cool. I did some running away stuff, but I did have to do a little bit of adulting, but not as much adulting as I was doing before. So yeah. Where is this going? I don't know. I really don't. So I'm just along for the ride. I'm just right now, like I said, I'm just running away and I'm taking it one day at a time. And so from here, from there, or I guess from whatchamacallit, from Titusville, I went north, further north. Right. So I will definitely be posting the next video of day 2. So make sure you stay tuned. Please subscribe so that you can follow along my running away and see how running away worked out. All right. Again, thanks for watching. If you watched this far, if you have some ideas, thoughts, suggestions for the best way to run away, please do share, because this is my first time running away. I didn't do it as a kid or as a teenager, so I'm a newbie. So if you have ideas, please do share. But for now, I'm just running away. All right. Thanks. Have a great time.